So today's video is going to be very similar to another one I did a couple months ago, but on the other side of the fence. A couple months ago, I showed you guys how to create your own bootable drive to install macOS Big Sur. Today, we're going to be doing the exact same thing, but for Windows 10. So let's get started. So there's a couple things you're going to need to do this. Obviously, first of all, you're going to need a computer. Second, you're going to need a USB flash drive, preferably USB 3.0 or higher. If you're a baller and have a Thunderbolt flash drive, where did you get it? Because I want one. But a minimum of USB 3.0 is preferred. You can use whatever flash drive you have so long as it's 16 gigs plus, but it's a lot slower on USB 2. So there's gonna be two tutorials in today's video, one for Mac and one for PC. For PC users, your tutorial starts here. So you can either skip to this time code or there's a chapter in the description you can go to. Mac users, your tutorial starts now. You wanna take your flash drive and plug it into your Mac. And it should show up either here or in Finder. Doesn't matter where it shows up because we're not really gonna need to access it unless you have things on it. If you have things on this drive that you want, get them off now, because as soon as we start this process, whatever's on it gets deleted and you're not getting it back. Now, unlike my macOS installer video, the name of your flash drive doesn't matter. I mean, it didn't really matter in that video, but it matters even less in this video because we're not targeting it through terminal. Very, very quick and easy tutorial today. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna open up Safari, Chrome, whatever you use, and then you're gonna wanna go to this website. I'm gonna have the link in the description, or you can just Google Windows 10 ISO. It'll be like the first link that pops up. You wanna select your edition, so we're installing Windows 10. Confirm. You want to pick the language that you use. I obviously speak English, so that's what we're going to go with. And then you're going to want to choose if you want a 64-bit download or 32-bit download. 32-bit is mainly for older systems, but 64-bit is probably what you should download, so that's what I'm going to download. I'm actually going to cancel my download because I pre-gamed and already downloaded it. It's here in my downloads folder. The next thing you want to download is Balena Etcher. Again, I'm going to have it linked in the description for you to download. You just hit download for macOS, it'll download it. So now you can quit Safari. We are all done on the internet for right now. You're going to want to mount Balena Etcher. So double click on it, it'll come up here. Just drag and drop into your applications folder. I don't think you even need to drag and drop it. I think you can probably do it through here. So we're gonna experiment a little bit. And click open. Yeah, you don't even. Okay, so at this point, you can do one of two things. Sometimes with some images, it'll let you just drag and drop and it'll auto-populate here. But as you just saw from what I just did, it's not finding it for mine. You can drag it, click into it, and then drop it. Sometimes it'll say it's missing a partition table. Sometimes it won't. We're going to flash from files, so you're gonna click on it, go to downloads, select the Windows 10. It's gonna say the same thing, but doesn't really make a difference. You're gonna select your target, you're gonna select your flash drive. Now, it's probably not gonna show the name of your flash drive as it shows up in the system, but it's gonna show the hardware name of the flash drive. So you can see here, you're gonna select your flash drive, make sure it's the flash drive you want, select, flash. Now, it will require your administrator password because what you're doing here is basically super user permissions. So it's just gonna make sure that you are you. It's gonna say they would like access to removable volumes. You're gonna click OK. So that's how it erases and writes to that flash drive. You can see right here, you get a little progress bar of how quick it's going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut the video. I'm gonna time lapse this and then we'll come back when it's done. Once it's finished, it will verify it just to make sure everything's where it needs to be and that you can actually boot from it. It'll say flash completed. You can either flash another drive if you are making multiple of these or you want to make another different bootable installer, but we're actually just going to quit. I would test to make sure it actually works, but this is the x86 version of Windows that we just flashed. This is an M1 iMac. It's not going to work. Next one that we do will work. So let's go right over there to my PC and let's start that tutorial. Alrighty, so over here at the PC, everything's fairly similar, except one of the steps is kind of janky because Microsoft sucks, but it's basically the same thing. So regardless of what web browser you use, you're gonna probably need to do this, unless you know of a different way around it than I do, but we're gonna do it my way because that's the way I know how to do it. Obviously, first of all, you're gonna need Etcher. I've already downloaded it just so we have it ready to go. Plunk it down onto the desktop for later. The next thing you're gonna do is again, go to the same link that I have down in the description to download Windows 10. Except over here on PC, they really want you to use this Create Windows 10 Installation Media tool. Now, I don't know if they've changed it at all in the past couple of years, but I remember when I used to use it, it was slow. So, it's a little janky, but there's a way around it. And no, you can't say use Chrome or use Edge, because I'm using Chrome and it doesn't work, and I already tried an Edge. This workaround, however, does work in pretty much every browser. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna hit F12. What that's gonna do is it's gonna bring up Inspect Element. I know this is scary. Don't worry. As long as you follow what I'm doing, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. So up here where it says responsive, you're gonna wanna click on that. You're gonna wanna select any device that is not a Windows device. So in my case, I have iPad Pro. I'm gonna just scale it up to 75% real quick. So once you have a device that is not a PC or Windows machine selected, hit refresh. And when you look at that, no creation tool link at all. So what you're gonna wanna do is the exact same thing. I'm gonna click Windows 10. You're gonna select your language. Again, I speak English, so I'm gonna do English. And then 32-bit and 64-bit download, whatever works for you, download that one. I've already downloaded it. So you're gonna want these two files. They don't have to be on your desktop, but you're gonna want these two files. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna install Balena Etcher. You're gonna click I agree. It's gonna install it, and it's gonna open it. Now what you're gonna wanna do is find your ISO. It's probably in your downloads or wherever you ended up putting it. You can either, again, flash from file, or you can drag and drop. So this time around, we're just gonna drag and drop. I'm gonna say that it's possible Windows image detected. We're gonna continue. We're gonna select the target. Here's my flash drive. It's gonna have the drive letter under a location, and if it's not here, you can just click show others. You can select and flash. And right here, it's gonna start flashing it exactly like it did on the Mac. So I'm gonna speed this bit up and we'll come back to it when it's done. Alrighty, and once it finishes, it'll give you a little notification saying that it's successful in its flashing. Again, you can flash another or whatever you wanna do. We're not gonna do that. What we are gonna do is, where did I put it? Right here. We are going to show that it actually does work on this laptop because I can't screen record outside of Windows on Windows, if that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense, but you know what I mean. I would run this through my capture card, except Windows doesn't want to find it. So we're going to plug in the boot drive. It's going to say I need to format it, and I can't access it, which is good. That's good. I'm gonna shut my computer down. And once your computer's turned off, you want to turn it back on and mash whatever key gets you into your boot menu. In my case, for an HP, it's going to be F9. I know Dell is F12, but if all else fails and you don't know, escape and delete usually works. It'll get you into the BIOS, and then you can just change the boot order from there. You're gonna wanna find your flash drive. It's gonna go by its hardware name. So in my case, it's PNY USB 3.0 FD. Hit enter, press any key to boot from CD or DVD. Even though we don't have a CD or DVD, it still thinks it is one. And it's going to think and pull up the installer. And there you go. Now you just install Windows normally. So that is how you create a bootable flash drive to install Windows 10. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, check out my new website. It's Technology&Toys.com, and let me know if you'd want to see one of these for Windows 11 when that drops in a couple months. See you guys in the next video.